4, 3.
Hey y'all.
Sup?
Are we on that lag again? Are we lagging?
No, it just looks like that.
It just looks like that.
Yeah.
It's so distracting. Hi! Who do we have today? I'm gonna redo this hair. This is, I look like bald and tired. Megs, what's up?
Did you say you look bald?
Bald and tired.
I just woke up from a nap.
Oh,
So
Lord.
I am both bald and tired.
Here, let's do something kind of just loose here.
That's what she said.
Oh, Lord, I forgot to shave my underarms. Don't look, don't look.
Wait, pay attention to the attention.
All right.
Oh.
Ugh, it's still gross, but it's okay. I didn't have time to prepare. I did not have time to. I just rolled in from door dashing. But anyways, welcome everyone to the Havoc System. I'm Micah, and this is Ernie. I keep going behind the. I just need more room. Thank you.
You need more room.
Yeah, I need like 3 inches. There we go. There we go. That's what she said.
I definitely got that covered.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. I don't have to lean so hard. Okay, welcome to the Havoc System. I'm Micah, and this is my beloved Ernie, and this is a mental health stream. If you are finding yourself in this content at a later date, we do live stream 5 nights a week, Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, USA. Other than that, govern yourselves accordingly. This is a safe space. However, we're pretty open-minded. Well, very open-minded, extremely open-minded, and we like to keep it real here. And we are not mental health professionals, but we know a few things between the two of us. I don't know why there's echoing in the background. I cannot concentrate because
Sorry,
I
was double checking.
Megs, are we lagging?
No, we're not. We're
Okay.
not. That's what I was double checking. I know you hate when I do things, but
Yeah. Hey, Stone. Anyways, I don't know what to do. I cannot deal with this. I literally just came out of work. I look awful, exhausted. Hey, boss. Hey, boss, you're not going to believe this. Some dude at Burger King was like talking to me about my tats, and he was like, oh my God, this whole part's like not even in the ponytail, whatever. Anyways, he goes, this is what I want to get for my first tattoo. And he showed me, and I said, that looks really familiar. What is that? And he said, it's the Outcast tattoo from Dishonor. And I was like, somebody already has that. He goes, I'm getting it on my hand. And I was like, are you sure you didn't see my friend with that when we were in here door dashing? Because literally that's his tattoo and his placement. And I've never seen that one before, but go ahead, King. You know what I mean? Copycats.
Micah arrived at the Gymnasium of Lust.
Did you really name on the tracking app your house the Gymnasium of Lust?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. Hey, Irish. What's up, bruh? How y'all doing? I literally just, like, walked in from work, like, 5 minutes ago. Okay, that looks worse. Let me...
This is why I don't have hair.
Yeah, I'll be back. I don't have a brush or nothing. Talk, baby.
Goddamn, I was taking a drink of coffee. So anyway, tonight we will be going into chapter 4, and as the title said, it's mainly going to be about setting goals and maintaining motivation. I know Micah did a promo in Discord, but I can't remember if you said anything about the diagram.
No, I did not, because I did not have the link handy. Is that Does it look better, or should I just put it back in a ponytail? I don't have a brush.
It's fine.
Anyways, sorry y'all. I've literally had 5 seconds to just like sit the fuck down. Well, whatever he said, boss, it was literally your tattoo, and he was trying to put it on the back of his hand, and I was like, don't be a copycat.
So, but yeah, anyway, there's 2 more things to download from the site.
Yeah, 4.1 and 4.2. Do you have that link handy?
No.
Okay. Where can they find the link to get the forms? Or you can just jot it down like in a journal or like some scratch paper.
Unless
Okay,
it's
you're too far off the counter.
Somehow.
I literally highly doubt it.
Nope. On momentarily, I will push the link again. Oh no, man.
Oh no, you guys. You don't have it in Discord?
I'm pulling up Discord.
Okay. I'm so excited about tonight. I think I'm ready to do some work. Do I have scratch paper and something to write with?
Well, I don't know about something to write with, but I got scratch paper. But, I mean, you don't really need it tonight, so I don't know.
I thought
why
we were
you're
filling
worried
out 4.1 and 4.2.
No. It's for later use.
I thought we were doing it live with everybody else. But anyways, that's what we talked about.
I know, but that's what I kept trying to explain to you, and you weren't hearing me. Is that?
But if we're not holding each other accountable to do this work.
Oh my God, Micah, this is what I mean. You're not hearing me. This stuff is not for doing today.
Okay.
It's the same stuff as the little weekly Saturday quiz things.
Okay. I thought we had cleared this up.
I thought we had to, but apparently not. I keep telling you.
Is that it? No. I'm just looking at links.
Alright. Oh my God, it did it. That's exactly what I didn't want it to do. That's why I didn't just click the link.
You should have right-clicked it.
I did right-click. I do know how to use a computer.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
Hey, boss, I forgot to tell you that,
There's the link again for all the
forms that we're gonna be going over. But, baby, you gotta split the difference.
Okay.
You gotta split the
you're like,
difference.
move over, now you're like, move back over.
Well, you need to lean in.
I'm fine where I'm at. I'm on camera.
You are now. But you keep going that way.
Yeah, man, because...
Anyways, so boss, I forgot to tell you that my friend who's in the military got the free concert tickets to see the Chicks and gave them to me to say thank you for fighting for our rights and for equality and stuff. And me and Melanie are going to see the Chicks this Saturday night. I cannot believe it. I'm so excited. I got to see, last time I saw them, I was in my 20s. So it's probably been 20 years since I've seen them live. I'm so excited.
But you really just desperately feel like you need to have it.
I want to take notes. Anyways, welcome.
Where that went.
Everyone we miss, everyone we love, everyone around the world, everyone that's coming later. Yeah, we haven't, I literally rushed in the door right before stream. I haven't had time to even breathe, comb my hair out.
10.
I've been DoorDash and it's really hot.
I pulled it out of there. I don't know what it was.
It's alright, we'll get it later. Alright guys, we have got to get busy on our skills book. We have set it up. We have talked about it. We know what we're all about. Again, we are learning to better regulate our emotions from a heightened state, an extreme state. We're going to learn how to be mindfulness, and we're going to work on practicing skills. Okay, this is literally like a step-by-step process of skills in order to learn to regulate our emotions behaviorally.
All right. Again, this isn't exactly diving into the skills yet. It's more getting you prepped for the things you're going to need to be doing, on a weekly basis. So, I felt great.
You alright?
And just choking on spit.
Good times. Y'all want to hear what happened when I was door dashing yesterday?
No, it's not.
It was awful.
Yeah. It was requested
It was requested what?
for us to hug each other.
Oh, I love you, honey. Mwah. I missed you. I hate working. I hate being separated from my loved ones. I hate paying bills. Anybody else? Or is it just me?
So, without further ado,
A D.
Chapter 4, Setting Goals and Maintaining Motivation.
Yay! This is really hard for a lot of people.
The goals of this chapter are to identify top problems and focus on during the process of going through these skills.
Yes.
To set specific steps you can take to address the top problems during this treatment.
Okay, so step 1, recognize. You better recognize. I'm breaking it down for y'all.
It doesn't need to be broken down. This is just basically bullet points of what we're going to be going over. To discuss the importance of motivation for success.
Sadly, you must be motivated and stay on task to be successful at anything. I know Stone could probably holler if you hear me about physical therapy. Like, you know that you have to like practice and do what they say, or you know, nothing happens, right?
And finally, in this chapter, we will be going over, and this is one of the graphs you'll need from the link, is to explore the costs and the benefits of changing and remaining the same.
What are the pros and cons of just staying the way you are or improving yourself? So you're going to have time. We may share some with each other.
Okay.
Would you like for me to read some, honey?
What? No.
We can take
just
turns.
This part I think we can skip because I know I said Saturdays we'll be doing it, but I meant like starting Saturday after we start doing chapter 4, because this part is homework review, and it's basically asking, did you complete your anxiety and depression
We
skills?
didn't. We did not. We had a lot going on. I was very sick last week. It was awful, you guys. I don't even want to talk about it.
No, we didn't. I mean, I didn't either, because I didn't see the point in doing it, because we hadn't
Started.
really started into this book yet.
But this Saturday, we need to do our scales because we need to keep up with our moods. You know what I'm saying? We talked about that last stream. If you don't know what we're talking about, it's in that link. We'll talk about it later when we do it.
But just for future, I guess, VOD references. That actually, okay, then I'm actually gonna read through this. No, you said finding the motivation is hard. So it says, did you complete the anxiety and depression skills
You're
and
off the
your
screen again, babe. There
sorry,
you go.
and your other emotion? I keep leaning that way whenever I'm smoking.
Yeah, and I appreciate that, but
I'll just keep my hand over it. Anyway, and the two optional ones, which are the other emotion and positive emotion scales, which I recommend doing.
Yes.
Um,
Because you might be dealing with something very specific that you'd like to track, like anger, for example. And then
Right.
if you do the positive scale, you're reminded, oh, I wasn't just crappy all week. I actually had some moments where I felt good.
right.
You know.
I recommend doing, even though they're optional to do, I still recommend doing them anyway because I think it would be helpful, just for the sake of keeping track of them on the progress record sheet, which is that, you know, the L-shaped things. Like
The graph.
Week 1, this is where I'm at. Week 2, this is where I'm at with everything. I think it'd be really beneficial for that. Did you find your project? Yeah, guess what? I can answer this question because it says if so, well done. But I can answer it. And no, ain't nobody did that.
We
shit.
didn't do it. We didn't do it.
Anyway, you can refer back to these first records as your starting point, and the chapters that follow, you will be introduced to more forms to help you practice your skills. So it's good that you're getting in the habit of recording now. Oops. If you did not do the record keeping this past week, think of what may have kept you from recording your experiences and what will help you stick to it.
Ooh, that's the $1 million question. Can we actually? I think the community, we hold each other accountable. Also, just like setting aside the time, just be like.
It's
Like a
very important thing you said. Is there a time each day that you can devote 10 minutes to recording?
Yeah.
Can you leave forms somewhere that will remind you to complete them or add a reminder into your calendar to
Phone.
prompt you? Remember, record keeping enables you to develop a more objective level of self-awareness that will help you track your progress throughout these skills. If you have not completed the monitoring for this past week using virtual scales, we recommend you complete these before continuing.
So what do we need to do? It's really just a self-assessment tool, so I think we can move forward.
I'm already going through this shit.
But,
So.
yeah, okay.
Okay.
Key concepts. Do you want me to read some?
No.
Okay.
I'm just also not trying to rush through it. I'm letting this what we did.
I got you. Y'all need to pull up figure 4-1 if you can.
I'm saying, like, because, like, if I rush through it, this is going to be over before 9. So I'm saying. Chad smiled, like, I ain't got a problem with this.
Yeah, no, we don't want to rush through anything because I want to talk as we go and give our personal testimony.
Right. Yeah, it's alright. As Micah said, key concepts, and you know, as far we've discussed the importance of monitoring your emotional experiences and progress during these skills. In this chapter, we'll focus on identifying the ways that your emotions are interfering with your life.
Facts.
The top problems you would like to change. We'll also discuss the importance of you finding and maintaining motivation for making these difficult changes.
That's the rough part.
The topics covered in this chapter form a necessary foundation for building a healthier relationship with your emotions, which is what we've been talking about, thinking it as the foundation of a house. The rest of the skills of this book will build upon this foundation or groundwork.
If you don't have figure 4-1 pulled up, it's a house.
It's just a multi-storied house.
And we're going to add to each level and each room different skills as we build upon them.
Look, see.
So right now, we're in the basement.
Down there says
Setting goals.
and maintaining motivation.
So we got to do that first or we can't get up to the first floor.
This is basically this chapter is your foundation
Yes.
of this house we're building to eventually escape from, apparently.
Which, side note, is a really good show on Apple TV whose second season just started. Sci-fi.
No, it's not.
All right.
Sidetrack.
I know. Sorry, babe.
Okay. So, hopefully get something to
Scratch.
write. It's just some scratch paper because, you know, there's
There's
blank lines
on the page that's going to tell us to do something.
All right. So,
I'm putting the date on mine because I want to remember this forever. I pulled a little file cabinet out of my closet the other day and showed Jordan I had writings from elementary and middle school, like from 1991.
that's kind of weird.
Well, y'all don't keep stuff? Like, I'm super proud of myself.
I keep, like, birthday cards and stuff.
I keep all the stuff I've done, like, awesome. Like awards and writing and grades.
I don't know. I mean, it's all up here. I know I did it, so I don't.
I did it!
So, clarifying problem areas. The first step in change is becoming clear on the types of problems that you've been experiencing. By having a better understanding of your current problems, you'll know how often to focus your efforts in that treatment program, or these skills.
Yeah.
It's important to define your top problem areas in a concrete, measurable way so that you can determine if you are moving forward toward the change that you're hoping for. It may be helpful to start with the basics. In what ways have your emotions, such as feeling sad, anxious, guilty, or angry, caused problems in your life?
Pause. Because it asked a question.
Yeah, that's the question.
This past week, anxiety caused problems in my life by keeping me from doing things, going places, handling my business. Let's see, being sad. I pretty much push sadness away, which is probably not good because I'm always talking about not repressing your feelings. But I actually feel sad probably 24 hours a day underneath. And that's just a really bleak admission on my part. But like, we keep it real on this channel, and it's part of my borderline to just literally be like, there's no point. But then like, the things that keep me going are like others, like the fact that I have a lot to do left in my life for the world, like my boyfriend, the love of my life, my best friends, my sister, my nephews. Like, the people in my life keep me going. But if I'm honest, sad is literally my baseline. I just push it out. So that's how it's affected my life. Like, it just affects my life. It's always there. It's like, no matter how happy I am, there's a part of me that's like looking over here to the side that's going, bitch, you ain't happy. Like, making me question the point. Anybody else want to add? Anybody else want to add anything as to how your emotions like affect your daily life? What would you say, babe?
Anxiety, mostly, yeah.
Yeah.
You stop doing things that you enjoy. Maybe missed opportunity on doing things just because you didn't want to feel uncomfortable. Sometimes the way that people try to manage their negative emotion leads to even more problems.
Yeah.
I can think of a few people, especially with these examples. Drinking to feel more comfortable in social situations. Cutting to feel numb. Checking locks repeatedly to decrease anxiety.
Oh, I do that shit.
So, have some of your behaviors become more problematic for you? Are
Yes.
your negative emotions impacting your relationships?
Mm,
Answers to some of these questions may help you clarify the top problem areas that you would like to work on. Use the following space or scratch paper to identify the ways in which your emotions have been interfering with the life you want to live. So take the time to do that.
with
now.
the life I want to live.
Yes.
You're supposed to be doing this too, baby.
I mean, I already know what mine is. So.
What is it? Share it with the group.
Anxiety.
But how
Here's
does
the thing. This is the thing. This is what I said that we're not gonna do. Is everybody's personal things is gonna stay.
Well, they don't have to share, but we should. We should set the example.
No. Because I do not want the shit out on the internet.
You don't want your business on the internet? Your whole system's been on the internet telling your traumas.
I don't want my process through working through this to be public because I don't want people to just be like, I'm gonna do it the way he's doing it. It's
Oh,
gonna work
you're
for
trying
me."
not to influence. Well, I'm
trying
gonna
to-
be talking about it because I think it's better to talk it out
That's
to give
fine.
examples.
I'm staying neutral.
I've already been through this,
So-
just so y'all know, at a whole different time in my life. So I'm like redoing it. So it's not. So I'd be a perfect person to do this because I've already done it.
Right. What I had said when we were in chapter 3 is that I will do all my stuff off camera, but I'm not going to, share because I want these videos to remain impartial.
Oh, that's deep, Megs. Yeah, Ernie. This is actually something that happened in therapy recently. He's doing trauma work, and he was going through the first day of talking about his ex and wife, and he spent the whole entire hour like listing events like a bullet point lists of events.
We've talked about this already.
Yeah, I know, but like I don't know if Megs was here. And so after his session, I was like, do you realize you just spent the whole hour listing events and having literally, you did not just express how you feel about said events. You just literally listed off events. I was like, that's deep. And he was like, dang, that is deep. And so next session, he told his doctor, Micah said, blah, blah, blah. And he said, yeah, I was thinking that. So you're working on not repressing your emotions. But Megs is right. It's so easier to tell the event without telling it how it makes you feel.
Yeah.
So
We all saw how I was after talking to Dr. Scotty about Keith.
The event is easy. Connecting emotion is hard. I struggle with it a lot, and I find a lot of mental health influences to say yes. Ernie.
Right, and this is precisely what we are working on fixing.
Okay, so far I have my negative emotions keep me isolated. My negative emotions keep me from enjoying the moment. What is that called? Staying present.
Right.
And sometimes my negative emotions, I would say, keep me from certain social circles. So what I mean by that, I don't care about being accepted or liked. You can fuck all the way off because this is Disability Pride Month and we're reducing the stigma around here. But my negative emotions manifest outwardly because I'm borderline, so I just be acting dramatic all the time, extra everywhere. So I'm either beloved by a whole group of people and a lot of people that see me as like this hero type person, or I am loathed, hated, hunted. I don't know what else the word is, but I don't fit in because I have made myself so out there. I don't know if that makes any sense. I don't care about that one as much. That's why it's number 3. But it definitely, my traumas and my inability to work out my traumas keep me from my family because they trigger me.
That's not so much
A behavior
emotion.
skill.
That's not really emotion.
That's like legit. That's like trauma work.
Yeah, it says use the following space to identify the ways in which your emotions have been interfering with the life you want to live.
Yeah. So I said my negative emotions keep me isolated because sometimes I don't leave my house. How many hours and days he has an app. It's called Life 360. I don't know if y'all have it in other countries, but it tracks my movements for safety.
It said that you were at home. Well, see, it doesn't really count because you left to go get food and stuff like that, so it didn't really help. But because it was like, said, Mike has been here since June 13th.
Like I didn't leave for 3 days.
And I really did on there when she arrives at my house. It says Mike has arrived at the Gymnasium of Lust.
Hey, Stoned. My dad triggers me too. What about your dad triggers you? Is he disapproving? Is he hard on you?
Well, the more important question I want to ask is there an emotion connected to that trigger?
Yes. Sorry, babe. I'm like skipping over to a whole nother skill set. I'm sorry. So my negative emotions keep me isolated, keep me from enjoying the moment, like staying present.
Well, I mean, the reason I was asking, like, if it's a specific emotion that triggers you, I would write that down.
Does he make you sad, mad? That's what he's saying, basically, right?
Right. Well, yeah, emotion.
Emotion. I know. I'm just saying, how does your dad make you feel? Staying present, meaning when I'm supposed to be happy, I'll be in a room full of happy people. Yeah. Parents are bad about that.
Disproving, that could be sadness or shame or guilt. Those all qualify as, emotions.
Although, you shouldn't feel guilty because of his issues. You know what I mean?
Right,
That's
but
a whole nother topic.
Though, is it's getting rid.
You're right. We're working on how to reduce these strong feelings that people fucking put on us, right? So that we can not be isolated, going back to my answers, enjoy the moment, be accepted in certain social circles, and be around our families.
You try to hold back on lashing back. So anger.
There's your emotion, Stone. And how does it affect your life negatively?
Well, you don't really have to write how it affects your life and negatively. That's not the point. The point is identifying the emotions.
Yeah, it's anger.
Well, I mean,
mine is a cluster.
The ways in which emotions have been interfering.
Okay, I'm picking sadness.
So, right. So moving on, what you do is circle the top 2 problems you would most like to address with these skills. Then transfer these problems to the first column on the treatment goals form at the end of this chapter.
All right, that's figure 4.2.
No, it's 4.1.
Oh, it is?
Wait, maybe it is 4.2.
If you're doing this digitally on the PDF.
No, it's form.
Form 4.1, treatment goals.
Yeah.
All right, can you turn it to that so I can see what it's asking me to do?
Your top problem 1, your top problem 2.
Okay. So we want to list the 2 top problems. Okay.
Right, so just for now, circle those problems.
Okay, honey. What are your 2 top problems? I mean,
Sad, maybe. Well, that's what I'm saying, though. I'm not trying to tell you what emotion you're feeling. I'm just naming off emotions that you may be feeling while that's going on. Like, you know, trying to help you identify it. Whether, you know, when he's disapproving and going off on you, whatever you're feeling while that's happening is what you would want to put down.
okay. So I put that my top 2 goals for this, piggybacking off of the emotion of sadness, is isolation. So this is treatment goals. So the top 2 problems I have are isolation and being present. Because sadness takes me dissociated from the crowd, from the moment. I'm always thinking about other stuff. I want to be present more. And isolation is literally physically isolating myself.
Right. So again, you want to circle the top 2 problems you would most like to address with these skills.
Look at my paper. I've already got like arrows and I'm a good student.
Then transfer these problems to the first column in the treatment goals at the end of this chapter. So actually, you're only going to be putting those 2 in the first column.
Yeah, the problems.
Right, but there's 2. There's top 1, top 2, but you're only going to put those in the first top column. Says and transfers problem to the first column.
Column is down, baby. Rows are across. So they want you to put problem 1, problem 2.
Okay. Some people notice that they feel increased distress as they sit down and think about the problems that they've been experiencing. Try not to feel discouraged. By clarifying the problem areas in your life, you are taking a step toward gaining control.
So don't think of it like, I don't want to think about this. Because I know all of y'all are doing that. Because Ernie is like that. Big time. And I'm like that to an extent. I'd rather not think about it. But we're all trying to get better together.
Right, because you need to keep in mind, once you've identified your top problems, you'll have a much better idea of how to focus your efforts during these skills.
Do you know what your top 2 problems are?
Yes.
Okay, you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure that you're processing and not dissociating by reading out of
Micah,
this
I'm
text.
telling you, I'm doing the work. I'm just not doing it on stream.
That's fine. That's why I asked. I was just making.
I've clarified that already.
I was being your accountability buddy. Okay.
That's not being, no, you're being annoying.
Can I read some?
We don't have access to the chapter. No, what you'll have access to
Are the forms.
Are the forms that you need to fill out.
So you need to look for form.
So
4.1.
what I was saying is writing down just on a piece of paper right now.
Mm-hmm. And then there's a
to
form.
identify ways in which your emotions have been interfering with your life as you want to live. And then circle the top 2 problems you would most like to address with these skills. Then after the stream,
Go.
or after you have access, you know, once you have the form 4.1, transfer these problems to the first column on the treatment goals form that are at the end of this chapter.
Which is big form 4.1 in your list at the link.
Yes.
Okay.
Which again, do the just in case. Ah, fuck. I need to put this link on a command, actually.
Yeah. Definitely. And why are none of our, like, things popping up? It's okay.
What do you mean none of our things?
Our stream element, like, trigger warnings and stuff like that.
That's a good question. I don't know.
Okay. It's not too much stress.
Right, but then as I was saying through this, sometimes people notice that they feel increased distress as they sit down and think about the problems that they have been experiencing. Try not to feel discouraged. By clarifying the problem areas in your life, you are taking a big step toward gaining control.
There you go. That's what we're trying to be.
And if you remember, once you've identified your top problems, you will have a much better idea of how to focus your efforts on these skills.
There you go.
So, I understand. It's hard. It's hard. I'm not going to act like, it's like, oh no, I just thought of two things. No, I spent a week figuring it out. If you can't figure it out tonight, that's okay.
Yeah.
You don't have to do it right now. You could go back, rewatch this VOD for this part of the chapter.
And be like, what now? What was the question?
Right. Refer back to it. It's why we're doing this, it doesn't have to be tonight.
I'm just trying to model and be a very good example. So I decided that my two main problems after I wrote all that down was these two things.
So, as Micah keeps requesting, I'm going to let you read this,
Okay.
which is setting manageable goals.
Okay.
Because I need to go get some more coffee.
Okay, baby.
I'm giving you the ass.
Boop. Boop. Okay. All right, guys. Now that you've identified how your emotions are interfering with your life, let's think about what you would like to change. In other words, what are your goals related to each problem area you've identified? What do you hope will be different 4 months from now? That sounds really hopeful. If your emotion is sadness, how do you think about 4 months from now? Like, sometimes I struggle with that. Like, I can't get through today. Does anybody else relate? Possibly. Anyways. All right. Research has shown that setting specific, concrete, and manageable goals greatly improves our chances of successfully changing. So instead of saying something general like, I want to be less anxious, you might say something more specific, such as, I want to be able to take public transportation, ride elevators, and drive over bridges. Oh. I need to be specific. So instead of saying isolation, I need to say more socialization. Instead of saying a broad thing of isolating, I need to say more socialization. And being present was my second one, so I need to say, okay, if they mean specific goals, should I say something like interacting with a group? I'm going to say once a week. They want us to get really specific, guys. That way we can actually hone in on something and practice it. Does that make sense? So, focused. All right. So I'm going to say that I want to interact with other people besides my boyfriend and my best friend once a week. So that means I have to go to something where there's other people or my family or a group, something once a week. Now, if my second problem was being present, how can I measure that and be specific? Focused. Measurable. SMART goals. Oh my God, how do you know about SMART goals? Yes, oh my God. We do SMART goals in education when I was a teacher. Use self-checkout. Okay, awesome. Ah, Megs, you're so popular. I love, those are great. Very measurable goals. Okay, so being present. Okay, so I want to, would trying to stick to a sleep schedule, is that specific enough? And because that will cause me to be more present, because no, that's not being present. Your being present is literally like enjoying the moment. So how can I say that? What is something that helps me enjoy the moment? Okay, I know. I got one. Watch a movie or TV show without playing games on my phone, or doom scrolling through apps. I'm gonna say 3 days a week. Ooh, I am challenging myself, y'all. Ooh, that's hard. Cause I am such an overthinker that I have to play Cookie Jam or something. I can't just watch a movie. I can't, it's not enough stimulation. Ooh, this is rough. So not only do I have to interact with a group once a week, I also have to watch a movie or TV show. Now that means like a couple hours without my phone to distract me from said movie or TV show. Ooh, this is a habit that I have developed over years. Do y'all know that some days I have 17 hours of screen time? That's factual. That's factually accurate.
Did you eat?
I did. Why?
I was gonna say Waffle House after this, but
I mean, we can.
no, you already ate.
I know, but I might be hungry after we watch some Flash. There's some chicken strips in my car, baby. They're so good.
No.
No, they're like Zaxby's.
I know. I don't know. I don't like chicken strips. I don't have teeth. They hurt my gums.
No, these are soft, I promise. They're not crispy. They're like the soft kind.
Plus, I don't like Zaxby's.
Well, that's your loss. I got some soft Texas toast and some soft little fries.
No.
All right. So, Meg, so what we learned while you were out of the room is we have to dig down deep. Just saying isolation and being present, that's not what they want. They want us to be really specific. Like, instead of being vague, like, I want to be less anxious, they want us to say something more specific, such as I want to be able to take public transportation, ride elevators, and drive over bridges. Which is interesting that they mentioned drive over bridges, because I used to have a very irrational fear that I was going to fall into the water in my car. And every time I drove over a bridge, I had to roll my windows down. That happened for like a year of my life, of my 20s. So that's actually a very common fear, apparently. So Meg's mentioned that her specific goals would be getting out of bed every day and enjoying a coffee outside for at least an hour. So I narrowed mine down, baby. For
but she said equals being present.
right, because she was trying to help me see how I could be present in a measurable goal.
I think that was more. She was telling you that's what she does.
Right, because I was trying to figure out how do I make a measurable goal out of being present.
Let me get you up here.
And then Stoned was talking about SMART goals. How can I? Where the fuck is the goddamn thing? I want to scroll up.
Jesus.
Okay, so using the self-checkout, that was something that was a specific goal for Megs. So what they're wanting us to do, which I'm so glad you were here, Megs, because I didn't catch all that. And these are great examples. So what I did, Ernie, is for isolation, I put that my specific goal is I'm going to interact with a group once a week. That don't mean like strangers. That means like a family or like a group of friends or like something outside the house. That's not you.
You've only gotten through the first paragraph.
Yeah, because we realized
God
we
damn.
have to narrow this shit down. So for being present,
This is why I do the reading.
no, this is important. We need to
No,
understand.
because I know you get off thing, and then you get into like long, deep conversations about everything.
Okay, but Ernie,
We're
you've
not-
got to. You're.
I know that, but I sum it up.
I'm summing it up.
Yeah, I know, but your summing it up is always a long story short.
Okay, but I'm a teacher, so I want to make sure we're all modeling. Like Megs is giving examples, I'm giving examples. So they just helped me come up with my second one, which is how to be present. So I am challenging myself. Listen to this. To be measurable, to be specific, I am challenging myself to watch a movie or TV show without playing games on my phone or doom scrolling 3 nights a week. Do you know how hard that's going to be for me?
Well,
But I'm working on being present.
okay.
So,
The next step is to think about specific behaviors that you can do to move toward reaching your overall goals. It can sometimes be really overwhelming to imagine going from point A, how you're living now, to point B, which is how you'd like to be. For this reason, we want to break down our larger goals into more manageable steps.
okay.
For example, if your long-term goal is to make friends, you might start looking into, like, say, group classes, community events, or social activities you can participate in.
Okay.
The next step may be to actually attend the activity.
Okay, so what is our first step out the gate? If I want to interact with a group once a week, what is my first step?
Your first step is to start looking into group classes, community events.
Find a group.
Yeah, social activities that you can participate in. That's the
Right.
first step. And then the second step to that
Attend attend the thing.
might be to actually attend it,
Yeah.
even if you don't know anyone. Additional steps could include attending the event regularly, having extended conversations with an acquaintance, and ultimately asking for contact information from this acquaintance in order to make plans.
So Megs would up her coffee game by messaging a friend or family member to have coffee with her.
Yeah?
Very nice. See, that is something that I suck at, is self-care these days. I have thrown a lot of beauty regimens out the window. And I don't know why. I used to be such a diva. I mean, I have $450 worth of freaking makeup, just like literally currently. Like I have all this other makeup, ancillary, but like I'm so extra, and yet lately I can't even shave my legs, bro. Like I just, that is a goal I might want to add on as my other side goal, is more back to my beauty routines.
Okay.
Yeah. So what we did was we made it broad. Then
Yeah, right, because I'm about to explain this, what they mean by this. So now take the time to fill out the rest of the treatment goals form on your own. Sometimes it can be difficult to complete this worksheet, as it might feel like the steps necessary to meet your goal are not manageable. When completing this part of the form, start with a step that seems doable, even if you have to push yourself a little bit. As you start to generate additional steps, try not to get hung up on whether or not you can accomplish them right now. Instead, ask yourself whether the steps you are writing down are specific behaviors that can be completed in a limited time period. Also, remember that you'll be learning new skills as you go through these skills that will help you move forward with these steps. So even if a step toward your goal seems impossible now, it may not feel that way in a few weeks. Or few days, few videos. It is also okay if you have a hard time identifying all the specific steps to take for each of your goals. If you are working with a therapist, your therapist or trusted friend may be able to help you come up with more ideas. You can make copies of the treatment goal form if you'd like to set goals for more than 2 problem areas.
Interesting.
So here's the thing. So if you actually have more than 2 and you want to work on more than 2, just make more copies of the treatment form and just write down everything. If you like to set goals for more than 2 problem areas, a completed example of well, that's just whatever. So
I just added self-care.
So as you see here, you know, top problem 1, top problem 2, your goals for getting past them. Now here,
That's your specific goal, and that's the steps.
right here is what they're talking about. And it says break your goals into several smaller steps so you'll have a better idea of how to start moving toward your goals. And so for each one of your concrete goals, you have 4 steps.
All right. So again, if we were looking at that form, problem. So mine is isolation. My concrete goal here is interacting with a group once a week. Here would be step 1, find a group. Step 2, you see?
Right, but you're supposed
That's
to
how you fill it out.
You're supposed to come up with 2 concrete goals per problem.
Per problem? Oh, okay. To stop isolation. Okay, phone a friend. Once a week.
I'll just read it the way it is in the chart. Clarifying top problems. In what way your emotions, an example, feeling sad, anxious, or guilty, have caused problems in your life. And then, you put in your top problem 1, top problem 2. And again, like it said, you can make multiple copies of this if you have multiple things you want to work on. And then the next step is setting concrete goals. What are some concrete goals for addressing your top problem for each of these top problems?
Hey, Nathan.
What would you be doing / not doing if you achieved your goal? And then, so you have 2 goals for the problem. And then you have 4 steps per concrete goal. What's up, Nathan?
All right, so I added self-care to mine because I want to do 3 treatment goals because like I said, so the problem is self-care, and my specific goal for that is groom completely 1 day a week. Which means eyebrows, shaving, wash my hair, put makeup on.
Right.
Once a week. I don't know, y'all.
So,
It just
let's see. Let's go to 166 real quick, just so we can kind of better show you.
Oh, a filled out one. Oh,
Right.
that's what I really wanted to see. An example.
As you said, I've become socially isolated.
Oh my God, that's mine.
So, concrete goal 1 is to make new friends. And goal 2 would be to get to know coworkers better. So that's 2 ways.
Fuck your coworkers.
I'm just saying, you're writing down 2 goals that you could work on this. And then for each of these steps, like step 1 for goal 1 would be search online for clubs or classes. Step 2, sign up for and attend these new classes. Step 3, make small talk with someone. Step 4, invite someone to get coffee after class.
Cool.
So it's all the steps that you would take. You know, what's my first step to this? What's my second step? What's step 3?
Yeah.
What's step 4? And then bam.
Now, you can't trust your coworkers. That's bad advice. But this is just for example. Especially in America.
That's what I'm saying. This is all so basically, to make new friends, these are the steps you would take. Search online for classes or club.
And I know this sounds like very elementary and
Not
simple.
nightclubs, but like chess club or movie club.
Yeah. Like, I'm going to an event Wednesday night that I'm not really happy about at all, but it's like Saline County Democrats.
Okay, so we'll move on. So this person's other top problem is I can't seem to get anything productive done.
We basically all said that.
So their concrete goal 1 is to complete work tasks ahead of time. So
if you get specific with your goals, you're more likely to actually do it. If you say, I just don't want to be more isolated anymore. Well, hell, you've been thinking that for 10 years. And what you still doing? Isolating. So they're saying get specific with it. So that you have like a measurable, like, I didn't do that shit this week. I didn't interact with a group once this week. I did not do it. So gotta do better next week, right?
Right.
But give grace to yourself. It is really hard to develop out of your comfort level routines.
I don't know why, but I might have upped the lineage it takes, like the amount of, because if people aren't talking, they're not gonna go.
I got you. And Stone says that he's only got a few close friends who are in the same situation. So, like, no job nothing to do except to get fucked up. And, I mean, there is nothing wrong with that, bro. Ernie doesn't have a job.
Man, we're not telling you should stop drinking. You know? What it is to help you develop skills to deal with your current situation to where you have more to do with yourself than just getting fucked up.
Anyways,
that you can, to where not where you do more and get fucked up, but where you can be content in your life without getting fucked up.
I mean, that would be a highly big goal. That's like a big goal.
You can't hear us?
Muted?
No, we're not muted. You might have muted it up. I full on went Porky Pig for a second. Muted us, but I didn't mute.
It's showing our microphone going.
Yeah. No, but I mean that has been a problem. Like when I've done the street streams, I got to the point where, like, when I wake up and like I'll cough and I'm like, I had the stream pulled up on YouTube and I'm like, oh, I didn't hear myself cough.
Well, we have to figure this out.
And then, but I'm saying, then I'll go look at this and this is actually frozen. But with this working, we shouldn't be muted. Yeah, I mean it is. Funny enough, the stream actually runs way better on YouTube than on Twitch for some reason. Hold on, let me double check real quick. Let's see here. Is it muted?
Mic check 1 2. Well, that was one of our goals, Nathan, is to multi-stream.
No, yeah, it's muted on Twitch.
Did they mute us? We didn't do anything.
What the fuck?
We don't have music playing or anything.
No, yeah, but no, we shouldn't be muted. Hold on. Let me unmute. Sometimes this works. That microphone. Then switch to back to this microphone. Okay, give it a
Can you
second.
hear us now? Are we back?
No. Yeah, so they're gonna have to switch to YouTube
Are we?
because I don't know why, but Twitch is muted.
Did you get any like notifications from Twitch, like why we would be muted?
Let me go.
We're not playing music or anything.
No.
Do you want to restart the stream?
It might, possibly, could be the camera itself. Hold on.
Oh, thank you, Nathan. They have sparkles.
So let's do. Switch to that webcam real quick. Switch back. I think I fucked this.
Yeah.
That's not what I meant to do.
Well, Meg's made it to YouTube, and then you.
No, that's still Twitch. Cause she's got the badges.
Oh, she's over here. Look, it said here.
Oh.
Okay, we're gonna start over, y'all.